Yo!
Boop. Cheers, bitches.
How's everybody doing? This is the Stay Real Podcast. My name is Mike.
And my name's is Tom.
And we're here, brought to you by Realistic Fitness, to bring another hour or so show to make sure that you have a good time in this unsure world. So, I do have to say something first, bro, if you don't mind.
I do, but go ahead anyway.
Fair enough. I watched the show on Netflix this past week, since we had our last show. And it's called Wrestlers. Now, I watched a lot of wrestling growing up.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something.
So did I.
Yeah. Matter of fact, we used to watch a lot of wrestling together. Matter of fact.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, so we really loved it. And then it got kind of out of hand, and we kind of... at least I stopped watching it. It was like it was getting ridiculous, and I don't know. I was thinking about other things, whatever. I think you kind of stopped around the same time.
We both stopped around the same time, yeah, because we used to get the events and stuff.
Yeah. It was on Sundays. We'd have the events. Yep. Down in Little Ferry. Right. So.
Oh, snap.
I saw this show, and it's called The Wrestlers. I keep wanting to talk about the Rourke film.
Randy the Ram.
Yeah, dude. I keep wanting to say
not Randy the Ram. You want some fucking cheese, lady?
Great scene. Wrestlers.
Oh,
so
shit.
It just came out, this show. It's on Netflix.
Is that the Road Warrior?
No, dude. It's actually the third biggest.
He looks like a Road Warrior.
The third biggest production of wrestling in the United States is OVW, which stands for Ohio Valley Wrestling. And
the Ohio Valley.
They're on TV. Yeah, they're on TV there. I mean, they're actually televised. And you can watch it on like the web and stuff if you want to. And they have storylines and everything, but they film in their own little thing. Think ECW back in the day when they had the ECW.
Oh, yeah. That was the shit. Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of like that. It's kind of quaint and small. It fits like, I don't know, 1,000 maybe. Full capacity with standing. 1,000 maybe.
Yeah, it's like a VFW hall or something.
Yeah, it's not huge. But they do a show every Thursday, and every Thursday they're live on television out there on different channels. And so they kind of show it's like a IRL in real life thing. You know, you follow them, what's going on. But the crazy part about it is, and a wrestler that I didn't even know what he's been doing, is the owner of OCW now. Do you remember Al Snow, dude?
Vaguely.
All right, I'm going to pull up a picture.
I remember all the bigs, like all the bigs of ECW, like New Jack.
He was huge.
Full-Blooded Italians.
Oh, FBI.
Sandman, dude. Sabu, Taz.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to bring up the picture. Here we go.
Terry Funk. Oh, now I remember him. Yep.
Al Snow. That's Al Snow.
Okay.
He owns it. That's an old picture, by the way. Anybody doesn't know Al Snow, that's not a recent picture. That was his gig in WWE. Was WWF, I think, back then. Still. But
yeah.
WWE. But yeah, he owns it. And then he went in with two other guys. He went in with a radio host. And I can't remember offhand what the other guy does, because he wasn't in it as much as the radio host was. And they basically, it's like behind the scenes of all that, them trying to get the promotion big. And I enjoyed it.
Is it Bubba the Love Sponge?
Oh, not him, dude. Not Bubba. At FLA. Not him.
Fuck that guy.
Bubba at FLA. No, but I would recommend, honestly, that you go watch it, because it was good. It was good.
Yeah, I'll have to check it out, yeah. I love The Wrestler. The Wrestler movie with Mickey Rourke was fucking excellent.
Can you listen, please?
I love watching all the behind the scenes stuff and all the stories like Hulk Hogan on Rogan or Flair's interview on Rogan, which was just this year, within the last month or so. They both
It was recent.
Yeah, they did recent interviews and they were so awesome to listen to, man. Just to like see what really was going on behind the scenes in the days of Andre the Giant, all the shit Flair went through. Like it's just crazy, man. It's wrestling. We all know it's fake now, but when we were kids, it was real as fuck to us.
Yeah,
as we got older, when you and me were getting the pay-per-views, of course we knew it was fake, but landing on your fucking ass from fucking 20 feet in the air, that's real. Like that is
dude, let's face it, the
serious
storylines
jackass shit.
Yeah,
the what?
And the storylines were good.
Oh yeah, because Vince is crafting all this shit up in his head. Most of Vince is like the master of that shit. I was just saying, it's funny. My friend posted a video compilation of all the time Vince McMahon got the shit beat out of him by different wrestlers, and I'm like, come to think of it, that's the only fucking multi-billionaire owner in the world. It's like, okay, here's the storyline. Tonight you're gonna whoop my ass on national TV.
Yeah,
and it's like, dude, that guy took some crazy punishment, and fake or not, it doesn't matter. Vince got beat the fuck up, and he loved it. He loved it.
I don't want to get sidetracked, but do you remember when his quad ripped and went up like a shade up into his hip? Do you remember when that happened?
Not really. I do remember the story, but I don't remember when it happened.
He was running out to the ring. I don't remember the storyline or what was happening.
Oh, yep.
And when he dove in, he hit his quad hard, and that thing just tore and went. And then he went to go in and stand. It happened so fast, and he had his adrenaline pumping. He didn't even feel it happen. So he tried to just stand up, and dude, your muscle's not there to stand up, and he just dropped. And then but he kept going, dude. He sat in a corner and kept going.
Fucking maniacs, bro.
Yeah, dude.
Wrestlers they put themselves through a lot of crazy pain and shit. So it's crazy to see someone like Hulk Hogan or Flair actually come out okay. They're not nearly as fucked up as some of them. Some of them really went bad.
Yeah, dude.
A lot of substance abuse, a lot of fucking alcohol abuse. Like the craziest thing of all is that Flair, I would have totally taken Flair for a cokehead. Like a total fucking cokehead party guy. He's all about the booze, man. That dude's drinking all day, all night, talking about these crazy benders where he's flying. What?
Now Flower, though. He's got a stake in Flower now. So he's
Right. But I mean, back then he said he didn't like it, though. So Flair said he was like doing these, like, he'd fly to Tokyo to do a show, fly back to the U.S., fly back to Tokyo the whole time. He's like, I was drinking nonstop.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Like, I could never do that, much less go in against some dude that's 300 pounds of pure muscle and fucking throw yourself around like a rag doll and do this crazy shit. It was just, they're built from a different, they're saying, like, remember all the NFL players that tried doing wrestling? They all quit. Just about all of them quit. They all were like, fuck this shit. Like,
you got to keep in mind.
That's NFL. Professional football players are like, nah, I can't do this.
A lot of those guys started wrestling when they were young. So their bodies were built for that from a young age. You can't do it later on like these wrestlers.
No.
You can't.
No,
I mean, you can do
all.
a little bit, but you're not going to be built like these guys that could just put their head through things and be like, let's
Brock Lesnar, Bill Goldberg, they were in football, right? They're a little bit cut from a different cloth. Like, those guys are fucking freaks of nature.
That's a different soup, bro. That's a different soup.
Yeah.
Altogether. But yeah, dude, I would recommend you watch it.
I'll definitely be sure to watch it.
And I recommend to all you out there to check it out. It was really good. All right. It's time for everybody's favorite first segment of the show. This Week in BS. Or what I like to call
Man, this some more bullshit.
Now here's the news.
All right. Here's our first story, everybody. Woman says men ghost her when they discover she's a 36-year-old virgin.
Wow.
Now, would you ghost her if you found her and started dating her and she's like, you knew she was 36? And then she's like, well, I hate to tell you I'm a virgin. What are your thoughts?
I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't. She's pretty.
Yeah, she's a very good-looking woman. Look. I mean, there's better pictures out. Yeah.
Oh, she could definitely get it.
Yeah, well, no problem.
She's beautiful.
So it's a woman. And again, I guess maybe this is different in India, Maybe in India, like, maybe it'll say it, but sex is sacred and is looking for the right person. All right. It's no different than you do it for whatever your religious beliefs are. She says sex is sacred and is looking for the right person to lose her V plates. I commend that if that's what she wants. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. It's like the 40-year-old virgin, literally, but on the other side.
Yeah, she had a strict upbringing. She wasn't allowed to socialize and stuff. That probably helped. Yeah, very good looking.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, look,
pretty.
You become a 36-year-old virgin, then you get to do TED Talks.
I'd go to that.
And I just can't give my body to any man. It's hard to date as a virgin. But on the flip side, I don't have to worry about STDs and all that. Yeah, you don't.
Yeah, at least you know if you go raw dog, you're not going to catch none.
Right. So she's dated 9 men in her whole life. Wow. That's insane. 9 men in her whole life.
She's a stand-up comic. That's fucking awesome, though. That makes her so much more attractive.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
That's awesome, dude. I would not have me personally, I would not have a problem with that.
I'd just be like, hey, listen, let's just make sure we get a pad because, once the cherry pops, it's going to bleed a little bit, so don't get freaked out. I'll be like, I'm in the medical profession. Trust me, I'm a medical professional.
Dude, that's when you rip out the card, right? Like your badge. I'm a professional.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree 100%.
Yeah. I'll be like, we'll have some golden milk after that because I'm a big believer in Indian Ayurvedic turmeric and black pepper. So,
there you go.
We'll have that to lower the inflammation. Little golden milk. Hell yeah, man. We'll celebrate. We'll celebrate losing your V plates.
And you know what you should probably do before you do all that is make sure that your armpits are clean. So we're going to watch a video how to properly clean your armpits. Are you ready, dude? So this is a hygiene expert. This is not just some willy-nilly person, bro. This is a hygiene expert. And on the side, she makes costumes for the Incredibles.
I was going to say she looks like what's her face? She looks like the Kardashian mom, but like with goggles.
Right. That too. All right, so you ready?
She looks like Kris Jenner, the momager.
Yeah.
All right, I gotta know how you watch.
Of course, I think everybody right now is on the edge of their seats. I think everyone wants to know.
Soap and water. I don't know. What am I doing?
Tutti Frutti soap. I can guarantee you still have yesterday's deodorant on your underarms. I'm here in the shower with Joey, and he's lathering for 30 seconds. He's doing it right. Plus, he's using an antibacterial soap. If you have underarm hair, you really got to get in there to get rid of yesterday's deodorant. A good antibacterial soap has apple cider vinegar, salt, and charcoal.
Wow.
What the fuck? I've been doing it wrong my whole life.
You have basically, what are you, 1 year younger than me? No, 2 years. 1 year. I'm going to be 49 in a couple weeks. What are you going to be?
I'll be 47 this year.
I forgot. I thought we were only 1 year apart.
76, brother. I'm the year of the dragon, brother.
Cheer the big 5-0, bro.
Let's not talk about
that. Let's instead talk about a woman who eats spaghetti with her forked tongue. And there's a video for that, too. Look at that. Look at how she opens up her tongue, bro. Look at that.
I bet she's not a virgin.
Oh, I could almost guarantee she's not a whatever she age virgin.
She's not even an anal virgin.
Well, we could assume
like that. She's freaky.
Look at that. Look at that.
Fuck that. Yo, she's got a fucking hand in her mouth. What the fuck? Holy shit.
What the heck?
That gives a new spin on tonguing my asshole.
Dude, imagine if her boyfriend really
that looks like a hand. What? That looks like a hand just came out of her fucking mouth, dude.
Imagine like she had a boyfriend or girlfriend, whatever her flavor is, that like getting their ass eaten. Getting their ass eaten. That would be like almost like you see those things in the car washes, man. It'd be like swerving around in there, like it was like cleaning it out. Like somebody was cleaning out a septic tank or something. You know those things that go through those pipes to clean them out? That's what that be like. Look at this dude. So
that's like enema tongue.
Yeah, dude, right?
This town needs an enema.
Dude, such a good movie.
Who the fuck is this guy, and why is he talking to us?
I don't know, but I don't want to hear any more what he says.
Yeah, he's on Dick Talk. Fuck him.
What I think you should hear is what this kid said. That's what I think you should hear. He made a joke on live TV. All right, are you ready?
Oh, I'm so ready.
A vegan and a vegetarian are jumping off a cliff to see who hit the bottom first. Who wins?
I don't know. Who wins?
Society.
Everybody. Oh, shit.
Dude.
Wow. That kid is fucking awesome.
I was
That's some dark humor.
I was not expecting
Society.
Society.
So wait, is it? I can't.
No, he's
gauge.
Australian, dude. That was more awesome. That was awesome.
Yeah, that's what I figured he was Australian.
Yeah.
Wow.
Dude, you're only a couple 100 miles away from Britain. You're basically Britain on another island. You know what I mean?
Well, no, you're British prisoners, really. You're British prisoners.
Right.
That's basically Rikers Island for Britain.
Pretty much. Yep. Now,
so
dude,
fuck off.
Do you like things, documentaries on World War II? Because I love them. I watch them all day and night.
Yeah. I like all kinds of documentaries. Hell yeah. I didn't like history when I was in high school, but now that I'm older,
I didn't either.
History's so goddamn important.
Yeah, I agree. So check this out. Ghostly footage of shipwrecks from World War II. So these are downed ships.
Oh, and there it is. You can see it. Symbols of royalty on warships go back centuries. That is the symbol of an imperial warship. This means this belongs to the emperor. We have confirmed, based on what we're seeing.
So that was the emperor's. Whatever. I don't even know. So Japanese, obviously, right? I mean, I'm assuming it's Japan.
I would think so, yeah. It wasn't Emperor Hitler.
No, he would have liked that.
Explosive pressures that were built up.
This is World War II?
Yeah.
Gun tubs that are very specifically.
WW2?
WW2?
We're actually seeing the cruiser style.
a little cloudy down there, but that's
For those
good.
who lay in the realm of Kanaloa, the god of the sea. I just wanted to share this Hawaiian proverb, and it says, "Lu'ulu'u hanakahi, ika'ua nui." Weighted down is hanakahi by the heavy rain, and
This must be
That's
over.
crazy.
Dude, is this Pearl Harbor?
weighted down is hanakahi.
Why they talk about Hawaii? Like, why would they bring a Hawaiian proverb in if it wasn't over that way over there, right? I mean, you would think, right?
I would think so. Yeah.
That's interesting, though. That's interesting. All
Yeah.
right, and
I
don't
mean,
like. Go ahead.
I'm just glad that they didn't die filming it like those guys in that submarine.
Oh, that was terrible. But you know, you play
The
stupid games.
The Xbox controller submarine.
Yeah. You play stupid games, you win stupid prizes, unfortunately.
Yeah, man.
Speaking of stupid, do you remember back when we were younger, you heard about people suing like McDonald's or Burger King for like spilling hot coffee on themselves? You remember shit like that back when we were young? Okay.
They put a warning on coffee cups because of these fucking fucktards.
Right. Well, check it out. Somebody just recently sued him again.
Man,
So
this is
a
some
woman's-
bullshit.
Exactly. That's why it's perfect. A woman is suing McDonald's after being scolded by coffee that she bought at the drive-thru. Mabel Childress, a woman in her 80s, God bless her, is suing the company after she allegedly spilled a cup of hot coffee onto her groin and legs, causing her to be burned. I mean, you call that hot coffee, right? I mean, it's hot.
It wasn't iced, bitch.
Right. And again, she's 80. But I think by 80 years, you would know if you can't carry something hot, maybe have someone help you or whatever. And if it was an accident, it's certainly not McDonald's fault. I don't know. I don't know how people can blame McDonald's for that. Like, you can blame McDonald's for a lot of things, but her lawyer Dylan Hackett told local media, this is San Francisco.
It was scalding.
They did not properly cover the cup of coffee, and the coffee was almost. Again, I get that they should have checked it, but I also would have checked it as soon as I got it. If it was on any cup of liquid I get, I always check the top. You know, to make sure that shit is on right. But
yeah, you should. But you know,
and again, I feel bad. But dude, there's some things that's like it's not their fault. It's I don't know. What are your thoughts?
I gotta say, I have a favorite saying for moments like this.
Go for it.
It's stupidity is not a crime, so you're free to go.
Yeah, there you go. On that note, let's talk about some guests that were throwing up at a wedding. So, guests at a wedding ended up with at least 100 cases of vomiting and diarrhea. All right, so here
Speaks out. I couldn't get off the toilet.
Let's see.
Sir, can you describe your experience? Can you describe your experience, sir? It smelled like vomitous and shit. Anything else?
I couldn't get off the toilet.
I couldn't get out of the toilet.
One of the guests at the wedding that reportedly left at least 100 people with diarrhea and vomiting has offered their opinion on what happened. It's not the ideal way to begin married life together, although in many ways it might put the relationship to the test to determine if they are destined to make it. After all, if you love someone after watching them shit and vomit their guts out on your wedding night, then you're definitely meant to be. And in Australia again, dude. This is in Australia. Crazy stuff happens in Australia.
Yeah, see?
Melbourne.
And again, society's benefiting from people puking and shitting all night at a wedding.
By the way, it's not clear whether the bride and groom were actually sick, so they might have not got sick.
They fucking did it to everybody on purpose.
It was all part of the plan, dude.
Bro, they were big fans of Stand By Me, and they wanted to fucking recreate the lard ass scene.
Yep.
That's my that's my theory. I'm sticking to it.
I agree. All right, we got one more news story for you. This one, Dr. Shields' outrageous full-time pay slip, breaking down exactly how much they earn. I thought you might find this interesting. Now, this isn't the United States, so
do I have to convert it into U.S. dollars, which
they're not
worth
that
a damn right now?
Euro and the dollar aren't that far off. The euros, it takes a little more of the dollar to reach a euro. So you could probably add $100 to it.
Well, at one point it was $1.50 for €1, but they ain't like that anymore. I don't think. Ever since COVID,
there he goes.
fucked everyone in the ass.
There's his paycheck, dude. What do you think?
What is he getting paid for?
It says he's a oops. I went too far with that.
Junior doctor.
Yeah, so he's first year doctor, basically. Foundation doctor year 1. So he's a first year doctor. So he's a doctor, but it's his first year as a doctor. So it says his rate is
Wait, he worked 40 hours?
Yeah, that's what it says.
God damn, that's it?
That's what it says. 40 hours. He's making about maybe what, $2,300, $2,400 a week. Does that make sense for a doctor or first year doctor?
So $18.95 take home per week?
Euros, yeah.
Wow.
So his full pay was, do they show that? Taxable pay, $2,605.
26, yeah. So it's like $800 in frickin' $700-800 in taxes or whatever.
Yeah.
That's for 1 week?
I believe it's
wow. So that's week. Like
or bi-weekly.
So was he making 100? He's only making like 100 a year. Or
yeah, it's for 40 hours, standard hours, 40. Maybe there's some extra stuff in here. I don't know what that means. He worked a weekend, he got extra money. It looks like.
It doesn't look like shit.
Yeah, I don't understand at all. I just thought I was curious what a doctor would make. And that seems
Isn't
about
it more
right.
socialized over there too?
Yes.
Isn't Europe's a little more socialized healthcare, so that kind of explains it.
Yeah.
Orthopedics, yes. Fuck that. He works in orthopedics? Fuck that shit.
You wouldn't work in orthopedics, man?
For that money? Fuck that shit. No way. You're cutting bone, bro.
So he's getting ripped off.
Rotator cuffs. You're drilling and putting fucking screws in bone and fucking anchoring, rotator cuff repairs and shit like that. Knees, total knees. Get the fuck out of here for that money. Suck a dick. No, thank you. I'd rather if there was a discipline I would go into, I'd just be like, just make me a primary care physician. I'll just fucking see patients and order blood work all day.
Yeah, well,
write antibiotics and write antibiotic slips.
Yeah.
Here, take a Z-Pack. Take a fucking Z-Pack and get your fuck out of it because I don't get paid enough. Fuck off. That's what I would say.
Yeah, I
1800 fucking euros. You can suck more nuts, you fucking wankers.
And that's This Week in Bullshit.
Man, this some more bullshit.
Now here's the news.
All right, so around when we are going to release this, it's almost going to be October. And October is our birthday months, both of us. And I really like spooky and creepy stuff. So does Tom. So I thought I'd find something creepy, which I do on my free time. I scroll through Twitter, social media, YouTube, everything, and find weird stuff and get lost in it for hours and whatever. And interesting, weird stuff and blah, blah, blah. So I thought I'd do that, and we'd look at some stuff that I come across. What do you think?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. All right. So this gadget I'm going to show you is supposed to help you. It was patented in 1981. Okay. And this thing is supposed to help you breathe if there was a fire in a hotel where you couldn't get out and the room had smoke in it. You ready?
Yeah.
So you put a tube into
the
shitter, dude. Right in the shitter. And because the smoke apparently won't go in the shitter. So apparently breathing in shit air is better than smoke. In case you didn't know.
Wait, where's the tube going?
The tube is going right into the shitter, dude.
The shitter's full.
Shitter's full.
Oh wait, so it's coming that you're gonna draw air from the exhaust pipe?
Yeah.
Through the toilet.
Yeah. So they're saying you got the fresh air coming
obviously
down.
it's not going down. The air pipe would be going up. Because isn't there some kind of exhaust pipe probably? So that when you flush the toilet, all your fucking fart gas goes like into the atmosphere.
Yeah. So you got turds going down and gas going up. So in a way, I mean, it makes a little sense. In a way.
I guess, but...
Well, dude, if you're about to die, what are you going to do, dude? Are you going to cry about that?
I'm going to go ass to mouth. That's basically what you're doing. Come on. Hey, if you got to go ass to mouth to survive, girl, you better do it. We like that shit.
The original A&M.
I got to go to the ATM, motherfucker.
No, back then there was no ATM, so it was just A&M back then.
Yeah.
But I didn't know there was ATMs in the 80s, weren't there? They were basic, but weren't there ATMs in the early 80s or no?
Yeah, it was called a drive-through fucking teller, asshole.
I don't think there was. I think I'm right on that. I don't think there was.
No, there was no fuck. I don't think there was an ATM.
So, you know how we have Ubers? How we have Ubers now, right?
Yeah.
Well, a long time ago in the
formerly taxis.
Yeah. Oh, before taxis, there was something
the
else.
The artist formerly known as Taxi. What?
Well, there's something else before that. Okay.
Horse and buggy? I don't know what.
So if you got drunk at the bar, you just have to call up your local basket man, and he'd take your ass home in the basket.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, dude. In Istanbul during the 1960s, it was common for bars to hire basket men who would enter, whose entire job was to carry home people who drank too much and were unable to walk home. And look at him, he's still complaining. He's like, son of a bitch!
Yeah, and he's going to puke down your fucking back while you're sweating your ass off, working like a slave.
And that poor guy's like 5'1", just trying to.
Yeah, he's in deep. He's like he's in Debo chicken coop, sweating like a slave. And this guy's like, Mom, can we stop at Taco Bell? I want a taco.
That looks like the original Mario with a drunk power up.
Yeah. He's like, oh, yeah. Give me some more
Yeah.
vino, you motherfucker.
You listen.
Samana Beach.
Don't skip out on the vino, okay?
I need a more vino, more Merlot, more Cabernet. You son of a bitch.
Listen. I don't
Or
need
get the
that,
fuck
okay?
out of here.
Okay?
Okay?
So, I just figured, like, I don't know if I want to be buried or cremated yet when I die, okay? But there is one thing I do know for sure. That I want a statue of me, small little recreation of me laying down with a boner. That's what I want. So that is
Wow.
Tutankhamun. That is Tutankhamun was mummified with an erect penis. I don't need to be mummified.
You must be getting some good Cleopatra style pussy.
Yeah, well, they say it's all about the width.
I'll tell you.
He's got that. He's got that toadstool.
He's hung like a hockey puck.
Yeah, dude. So, but again, I don't need to go as far as having the whole being mummified with my erect penis. Just a small statue. You know, I'm not asking.
Yeah, I wonder if they're like, listen, when I get mummified, could you make me look a little more girthy? Because, you know, the girls like the girth better than the length. Let's be real.
And you know, and television ads. So you don't know.
Yeah, you never know. You never know.
You never know.
I mean,
Okay.
I've heard that called a 50 center. Did you ever hear that?
No, I did not. Could you explain what that is, sir?
From insider I have in the entertainment industry, adult entertainment industry.
Oh, wait, ladies
She
and gentlemen,
refers-
this A Real Podcast has an insider, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm the insider. No, I was not inside her. I'm saying I have an insider.
An insider.
So she apparently told me that girthy toadstool cock is called a 50 center because it's like you could fit 2 quarters on the width.
Wow.
So that's a good thing.
Dude. All right. I'm gonna use that. That is a great description.
Yeah.
50 center.
Yeah. So you and me would be like, yo, we 50 cent. We up in the club because we thick. We got the girth.
And if we ride motorcycles, we'll be like, we'll run percenters with 50 percenters.
With 50 cent. We'll 1 percenter with a 50 center, motherfucker. Yeah, so apparently that's a term I never knew, but
I didn't know that.
The more you know.
I had no idea. No idea.
The more you know.
All right, you ready for this? So if you lived in Denmark and you turned 25 and aren't married, instead of saying, you know, it's all right, you'll find the right person, they're like, nah, fuck that. We're going to pelt you with a bunch of cinnamon.
Yo, that could fucking kill you, man. Remember the cinnamon challenge? Didn't kids die?
Yeah.
If you inhale that shit, you'll fucking die.
Apparently.
You aren't married at 25.
Yeah, Denmark, they're like,
what
listen,
a bunch of judgy, fuck those judgy Danish cocksuckers.
They're like,
25? Look, you're barely out of college.
Well, pretty much. Yeah, you're really
I don't get
not,
some time to be I don't get some time to be a whore and see what it's like with the 50 centers. I'm trying to get filled.
1% or 50
Married
center.
at 25. If you're married at 25, you're divorced at 45.
No,
I didn't live
26.
yet. I never
26.
lived. I was married. I was a child.
I was
I need
a child.
to live my life. I had kids. I need to live my life.
And
Fuck
then I
outta
was sitting in my own piss and shit. It was horrible.
I was in a pool of my own blood and piss. Speaking of piss, bro, can we pause it? I gotta piss.
Okay, we're going to use the new feature.
We're gonna test it.
We'll be right back. And we're back. All right, everybody feeling good? Tom, you good?
I drained the 50 center with the 1%.
I drained out 1% from my 50%.
Well, I was a 1%er. Wah.
All right, this is that one, dude. If this is accurate, this is This is fucking spooky, bro. So it's a picture of Cher when she at 74, which I don't know if this is recent. I don't know how old she is. But she's in a picture with her mother who's 94. Okay? And you say vampires don't exist, bro. I say, fuck you. I bring you Cher the Impaler.
Wait. No.
She's 94 and 74.
Yo, I hate to. I don't hate to admit it. I'd fuck both of them. God damn, Cher looks good still. Yo, I would. Forget it. Anyway, her mom looks amazing. No way she's 94. Cher is still so fucking hot.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. My God, dude, she looks as good as when she was in fucking Moonstruck.
Yeah, she looks good. I told you, bro.
Oh, dude, in Moonstruck, bro, come on, be real, bro.
Bro,
you're fucking Italian. That is one sexy Italian woman in fucking Moonstruck, bro.
I'm not denying
Tell me I'm wrong.
Dude.
Tell me I'm wrong. In Moonstruck, holy shit. I would cut my hand off like fucking Nicolas Cage to get that shit.
What the fuck is that?
I can't. How is she 94? Her mom. They obviously have the same plastic surgeon. I mean, that's the only way. What did you see now?
Bro, you ready? Tell me what the fuck this is.
A hairy Oompa Loompa? Dude, is that a clone of like... Is that like a pig human or something? Are they cloning like...
I think that's what they're going for. I think it's a prop. Because it's moving just enough. And if you put a motor in something, you can make it make slight movements. Here, I'm going to take the music out. Just watch it and you'll see slight movement. There's very slight head movement. That's weird, right?
That is really weird. That looks real.
Dude, that looks very real. I'm impressed whoever did the effects.
Whoever did it, hey, props to you, but that thing's fucking weird, freaky looking, man. Fuck that shit. Get that thing away from me. Kill it. Kill it! Kill it!
Kill it!
If it bleeds, we can kill it. Come on, Dylan. Your pecs are weak.
Oh, dude, there's still poor kids growing up with this. I don't know if you know about this disease. But like the Mexican wolf boys or whatever that used to be in the circus and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
What's the disease called? Hypertrichosis. Hypertrichosis is the name. But he's a young kid and he's got it.
Where the fuck is his nose, man?
I don't know. I think he's probably a Northern Italian.
Is he a furry?
No, it's in India. It's not.
Yo, he's definitely a furry.
Dude, you gotta go with what God gave you, right, bro? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Who are you gonna get? You gotta go with what God gave you, bro. There's really nothing you could do about it.
What are you gonna do? You're gonna get. What do you think you're gonna get for the shortstop, right?
Oh, bro, here I'm gonna put this up, and you take from it what you will.
Hey, somebody give me a Diet Coke, huh? What the fuck is that? It's a sea cucumber. Right? Is that a sea cucumber or is that Joe Weider's cock?
I don't know. Listen, you'd have to ask one of the bodybuilders around. You'd have to ask one of the bodybuilders between 1984 and 1996.
Fucking waiter! How dare you fuck with my boy Mike Menser? Fuck you, waiter.
No respect.
Dude, that's a sea cucumber, isn't it?
It is a no. They don't say what it is.
No.
Wait, give me a second. Let me see if
Bro.
anybody commented on it.
If it's gotta be because, dude, all I know, I ate a fucking sea cucumber and it tasted as fucking bad as it looks.
Oh, really?
Bro, I went to a real fucking Korean, a real authentic, like underground, like only the real Koreans know about this joint, where we had this crazy sushi. The sushi was out of this world, and then they came out with this platter of all this weird shit, and one of it was a fucking sea cucumber. Koreans are crazy. They'll fucking eat anything.
Yeah,
and I tried it. I'm like, it was fucking horrible. I'm like, get this thing away from me. I'm like, ugh. It was so bad. It was so fucking bad. I'm like, you guys eat this shit? Are you crazy? Never again.
Dude, when you grow
Never
up
again.
with it,
Like,
it's just part of the
anything,
deal,
man.
dude.
They eat shit that's alive, too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like they'll eat this fucking thing and the thing's like fucking squiggling around in their mouth. I'm like, yo, fuck that, bro. This ain't the Temple of Doom. Get the fuck out of here.
Dude, they'll swallow that shit like a bird in the wild, dude. Right down.
Nah, man. I'm like, not me. Not me.
God bless him. God bless him. Let him eat that. God
Hey,
bless
good
him.
for you. If I was starving, maybe if I was starving for, I would do it. Maybe, but
Sorry if you were starving, dude.
if I was
but at least
starving,
you
I
weren't-
would go eat. I'll go eat acorns.
Yeah, there you go. Well, at least you weren't this poor Cambodian
survive on
guy.
acorn.
He was trapped for 4 hours when he slipped in between rocks in the jungle, dude. And it took him 10 hours to chip away, but he survived. You ready for this? Look at this poor dude.
Oh, that's like that James Franco movie.
Dude, but imagine, and then you think you're not going to be saved. And he's fairly not torn up, really.
No, he looks like you at the fucking Slayer Clutch concert when you face planted.
That's what I look like. If you took this out
He's like,
and
ugh.
flipped it, if you flipped it around, dude, that's me on the floor. 100%.
Yeah, you kissed the canvas.
Yeah, I did. And I
Yo,
had,
you saw that? You ever saw that movie though with James Franco where he cut his own hand off? Whatever. It's based on.
I know
a true
the
story.
movie, 150 Hours or something it's called.
120 something days or hours or whatever the fuck. Hours, yeah. No, he cut part of his forearm off with like a fucking Swiss Army knife or something. But it was gangrenous. It was like dying, so he had to do it.
Well, what are you gonna do?
And there's like
What other choice
you
you have?
never saw the scene? There's a scene where he's like dying and he just fucking tries to drink his own piss.
That I didn't see. So he does. Well, you do what you got to do.
You do what you got to do, but I don't know if that's really a good idea. I think there's survival experts said it's not a good idea because you're probably going to throw up and you'll end up losing more fluid. So, nah, probably not.
Hey, but it might get you an extra day. It might get you an extra day. Might fuck
He
you up and get you
survived.
an
He
extra
did
day.
survive. Hey, he did survive.
You never. So, all right. So expect a lot more of that, especially with October coming up. We're going to do some horror movie stuff. I'm a connoisseur of horror movies. I love them. So we're going to do like top lists of horror movies, all kinds of crap. So,
Well,
I'm
dude,
looking
I have
forward to it.
I have the perfect shirt. I have the perfect shirt.
boom,
I'm with Creepy.
boom, perfect.
That's
So-
that's when I do my shopping for shirts for the whole year is on our birthday month. So
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So if you guys like that, comment below. Hopefully you guys like that weird stuff that I find. Thanks to all those articles and everything. But I want to quickly today, before we end, get into a little bit about body types and body shapes and how I think if we look at it a little differently, I think more people will benefit from it than the old way of thinking. So that's what we're going to talk about in this week's Get Real.
Get real.
All right, everybody. I want to talk about body shapes and body types, and I'm going to just go ahead. Is that good, bro?
I'm intrigued.
So, check this out. So, up at the top, we have body shapes. Triangle, inverted triangle, rectangle, oval, hourglass. This I like. This holds true. There are definitely, especially women, shaped more like these things. Okay?
Yeah.
Again,
I don't know. What are you looking for, man? I don't mind the triangle. I like the thicker legs and booty. Or hourglass, definitely. I mean,
yeah,
rectangle, I don't know.
I don't really mind. I don't really mind any of them, to be honest with you. I really don't. But so obviously you can see there's a shape difference between all of them. Obviously, it's obvious. Then they bring guys down here, and then again, I don't know if any of you have heard of this, but it goes ectomorph, mesomorph, endomorph used to be body types that trainers and doctors and everybody trying to sell something would use to try to sell you to train and eat for your body type. Now, there are definitely people shaped differently. I 100% agree. I know people who have been are shaped by all that. I tend to be in the middle when I have very low body fat. Again, that doesn't necessarily mean you're huge. That just means that you have more of a wide look. But you have to have very low body fat to do that. Most people fall into the ectomorph and endomorph. Probably. But
oh yeah.
Again, that's if we still went by all this. What they've done with studies and stuff now, that's BS. That doesn't mean anything to the way you should eat or train. It just kind of means, okay, you kind of look that way if you want to tell somebody, but other than that, it's worthless. And now that there's studies that have been put out that have are showing that now. So I'm saying, okay, if that's the case, why don't we just eat for what our body likes and is nutritious and train the way our body likes to move so we don't hurt ourselves and so we can excel at whatever we do without worrying about hurting ourselves, especially as we age, and take care of the mental aspect of it a little too, which is the biggest problem with anyone starting anything, is this. This is the problem. You will second guess it. You will talk yourself out of it. You will put it off. You know, everything starts on a Monday. Wasn't that a book or something? I think that was a book. Everything starts on a Monday. Well, that's everybody's thing. I'm going to have a good weekend. Then I'm going to start on a Monday. I mean, we both said that about something in our life at one time or another, what we were eating. Let's just have a good time this weekend. I'm having a birthday party. I'm doing this or whatever. And then I'm going to start. And then
there was a book by Joey Bafangul.
Yeah, dude. He had other good ones too. He had that. It was kind of like Where's Waldo? It was called I'm Over Here.
I'm over here now.
Yeah, you didn't hear? I'm over here now.
So I think we should just throw away that as far as it comes to eating and training. Okay? I think it holds true visually. You look more like a rectangle. You look more like an hourglass. Other than that, I think every person first has to figure out why they're not doing anything. If you don't get past that, or at least see the importance of what you need to do, so you'll do it, you're never going to do it. You're never going to do it. You may do it for a little bit to appease a trainer or to appease a doctor or something like that, but you're not going to stick with it. You're just not. You either love it or hate it. It's if you'll deal with it because you know it'll benefit you, even though you hate it, or you're not going to do it because you hate it. So there's really three camps. You're either in those. So how do we get the people? Because everything we're doing, and again, I'd like your input on this. Everything we're doing as far as there's more gyms than ever than before. There's more access to information. Dude, I can't scroll through Facebook. And again, I run a training business, so I'm looking at fitness and following fitness stuff. So it's coming up. The algorithms put constant things trying to sell this program or that program. But to me, it all looks like the same shit. It's cookie cutter shit and people trying to make a buck off somebody who doesn't know any better. But it's not going to benefit them. Sure, you could say microscopically that if they're sitting on their ass all day and then they do something, that it's better than them sitting on their ass all day. But I would fight against that and say, well, if they've been sitting on their ass all day and they get up and try to do something they're not ready for, they're going to hurt themselves. And guess what that's going to do? Then you're going to sit on your ass for
Set them back.
month, 2 months, 3 months, depending on how bad they hurt themselves.
And then you'll balloon up nicely.
Right. I mean, what are your thoughts on it? Again, you're someone who likes to work out and knows the benefit of it and all that. So not coming from a perspective of you, but someone you may know that exercise and a little better eating would probably change their lives around.
I think, yeah.
Yeah.
You have to get up and move. You can't fucking sit on your ass. Of course not. But everybody's got a gimmick these days. They're all trying to sell it.
Yeah. If there's a buyer, they'll sell it. And again,
Right.
you could get people sometimes as far as having them see you once a week as a trader. Okay, that's a big step. You're making the commitment, you're paying for sessions, and you're coming once a week for an hour. That's awesome. But then you'll have those people that just come for the hour. And again, that's where they're at right now. But they'll just come for the hour. They will not do anything outside of that at home. They won't do anything. So how do you get them to do something? That's the key. And that's what this program is going to address. How do we go about meeting somebody where they're at and getting them to progress mentally to a point where I'm ready to take that next step, which for me or you would be planning for Monday, and that would be it. But for somebody who's not into it, coming up with a workout plan and eating better is overwhelming. And then having to be consistent at it.
Yeah.
And depending on what your social circle's like, if you don't have good support, forget it. You can have a little bit of knowledge and really good support and get pretty far. But if you have a little bit of knowledge and no support, you're not going anywhere. The support is really important for that, to be consistent. You got a bunch of people living different kind of lifestyles than you, and they don't support your lifestyle as far as what you're eating, then it's probably not going to work for you real well. It's going to be hard. But, I mean, that doesn't mean you shouldn't try. Of course you should try. And that's why I think this program is going to address that and get people to take that first step and then convince them for the second and third. And then by that fourth step, you're ready to start talking about, okay, like, you've been moving a little bit more. How's your body been feeling? Let's talk about pain. Let's talk about this. So let's start addressing those things, because that's something you're going to feel now. Hey, I've been moving more, and now I'm getting pain and tightness up here. Hey, I've been moving more, and now my knee, I'm getting this pain in the front by the patella, or I'm getting this pain on the outside. Or you come to me with that pain. So you're already past step one. You don't have to do the convincing to get to the point where you're like, okay, I move already. I have hurt. What's the next step? And that would be part two. Part two would be where we address that part of your body. Let's get you moving better, waking up things that haven't been moving for like 30 years. Let's get you being able to move in the basic ways a human body can move, which is push, pull, squat, hinge or deadlift, lunge, and carry. Every human, no matter what age, gender, or anything else, should be able to do that. Unless, obviously, there's a medical issue, a diagnosed medical issue. That's different. But if you're just a person, you should be able to do it with no problem. And that's what the second part will address. And then once you're moving better and you're seeing that benefit, because you will get benefit from that. Once you get that benefit from moving more, then we address your inside. What are you eating? Okay, how's it affecting your body? Maybe you need to cut certain things out. Maybe we keep certain things. I'm not saying garbage. You're not cutting out garbage. I'm talking about cutting out things your body doesn't jive with. Cut that out. And then you make those, condolences or whatever you want to call it. If you want to eat those things later on, if you love it that much, you deal with the aftermath of it. If it's diarrhea, gas, whatever. But at least you know you have that power. And you can make the right decisions, where then your body's not full of inflammation anymore. Your body's digesting food efficiently and properly, because it doesn't matter what you throw down your stomach and down your gullet. Again, it doesn't mean your body's going to digest it. Plenty of food comes out undigested. You just don't. A lot of people don't look at their crap and don't even realize it. As long as it's not water, diarrhea, or you're not feeling sick, a lot of people don't look at their shit. But that's things that are addressed. And when you're digesting more and you're getting the benefits of food more, you're going to feel different, because most likely you're lacking in stuff. And you're not going to be inflamed anymore. You're not going to feel bloated and all that. And when you put those three things together, then, dude, your body becomes rebalanced. Again, you're not a power lifter, a bodybuilder. We're not talking about any of that. Going into Pilates or yoga. We're just balancing out your body. And if you want to stay there, at least you know you're not going to hurt yourself when you're 70, 80, 90. You'll be able to move and take care of yourself. And if you did fall, you would be able to get off the ground and be comfortable on the ground as a 70, 80, 90-year-old. That much you'll have by being balanced. You'll be able to eat and not feel sick. Your immune system will be more efficient because your gut will be healthy.
It's tied to your immune system, yeah.
100%. And if you then, and again, you have the power to make those things where if you want to have something you know is going to fuck with you, have it every now and then when you want it, or have it once a month, 2 months, whatever. That's in your power then. If you do it once in a while, your body will recover from it fairly quickly. 24, 48 hours, you're not going to have inflammation past that if you're just having a meal of it or something. And so I feel if regular people, again, not people who are already killing it at the gym, trying to get as big as possible, I'm not talking to any of them. I feel they may benefit from a piece of this program. But again, I'm not talking to you. I'm trying to get people who are walking around in pain, walking around with all these issues, and are going to the wrong people for it. I want to give them, and don't have thousands of dollars to sometimes see specialists and do all these things. Something they can do from home if they have to, for a little bit of an investment, not huge, nothing near any of the other options. And then after that, you have the power to either stick with the program if you need that, or you're good and go somewhere else, and maybe you use me to move on from there. I don't know. That's the beauty of it. This program just gets you good. And that's where everybody wants, that's where most people want to be that don't love working out. They would like to just be a person that doesn't get sick all the time, isn't in chronic pain all the time, sleeps well, doesn't feel like shit after they eat food. I mean, that's everybody, right? For the most part. So I just think, I mean, I would have imagined, but whatever, to each their own. But so I know I just went off on a rant. It was almost like a freaking infomercial. I'm sorry to everybody if I bored you, but I mean, I think Tom, wrapping up here, I think I made sense. What are your thoughts on some of the things I said?
Well, yeah, people have to learn to move, basically, get back to basics and rudiments, and start moving properly, and eating properly is a big part of that, your gut bacteria and everything. So yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
but you have to start from the bottom. You have to build the foundation properly,
right?
And nobody has a if you don't have a foundation to start from, You can't just jump into these fad diets or these fad workouts or these fad trainers and expect to get anywhere. That's really going to stay consistent. You're not going to stay consistent with it. You'll fall
Right.
off, and the weight will come back, and you'll get unmotivated. And another thing is like that people have to understand too is like most people could say like, I'm just going to take your advice and just do it on my own. But one thing I noticed for me is, especially if I don't, it's very hard for me to work out, and most people to work out at home because it's your comfort zone. Once you get home, it's so easy to just find 20 other million things to do. Clean the house, fucking do your laundry, fucking lay on the couch. Oh shit, I want to watch the rest of that TV show. Listen to the rest of that podcast. Like before you know it, you're just like, yeah, fuck it, I'll do it another day. And then those days start piling up, and then you realize you're not putting the time into you. Not to putting the time into yourself. Like my job is pretty active. I'm walking a lot. I get a lot of steps every day, close to 10,000 steps every day on a busy day, maybe even more. So, it's different, but for some people that are just a lot more sedentary at work and then come home and are more sedentary, this is what we're talking about. You have to be mobile. You have to be limber. But do it the right way. Otherwise you're going to get old very quickly.
Yeah. And I'm going to end with this. I agree with you 100%. I'm going to end with this. And the inspiration for why I do what I do and why I made this program. And it's going to be on a serious moment for a second. So not long though, I promise. So the reason I do this and why I want to make it, excuse me, more affordable and easier and more doable for regular people is because I had a mom who struggled with her weight a lot. And she had problems. She didn't walk good. She sat a lot. But she always would buy and again, there was no internet then. God forbid my mom was alive with the internet and a credit card. God help us all. It would have been horrible. So, but she would always buy those stupid things on infomercials and stuff. But it didn't make her use it. It didn't help anything. It just became something that collected dust when you went to visit. I'd see the next thing with a pile of dust on it. Or you hang clothes on it or whatever. It just became part of the furniture. And it just didn't get used. And then she'd reach for the next thing, and people are still doing it. It's just at an accelerated right now because of the internet. It's even worse.
Yeah.
And it's a shame because the people that you're looking at with these bodies, 99% of them are on something, and it's not the thing they're trying to sell you. It really isn't. I mean, unless they're selling you supplements and you're on gear to support your organs and shit. Other than that, you don't need them. They're supposed to just supplement your diet. All right, I don't want to get into all that. But honestly, the reason I do this is because I come across all these people. And as a trainer, I've seen so many of people just like my mom who talk to me.
Yeah.
But they never continue. And again, I always try to make it non-threatening and very comfortable for people coming to do this. I want them to feel more like they're coming to hang out with their buddy than to go to their trainer and do shit they don't want to do. They know they're going to come, they're going to laugh, and all that. And it's going to be a comfortable place. And sometimes it's an escape for somebody who has a busy life. Sometimes that's their escape to come. They don't have to worry about other. And being at the gym now, which I've never touched on, and maybe we'll touch on it in the podcast at some point, but just how stupid people are in the gym with filming people and accusing people of stuff. It was never like that. We didn't have to worry about that when we went to the gym. No. It wasn't a big deal, any of it. So maybe we'll get into that at some point. And you'd think that's making regular people even want to sign up to a gym anymore? Hell no. That's turning them away even more. Like, so I'm going to sit there and try to work out. Either somebody's going to film me when I'm doing it wrong, or I'm going to turn to look and somebody's going to be filming and I'm going to get accused of being a creep or something else.
You're a creeper.
So regular people don't want to deal with it. So they're not even going to try and go. But I fully feel you don't need to go to a gym. If your goal is not bodybuilding or powerlifting or any kind of sport like that, you don't need a gym. You don't need it. So you could get so much done these days. Amazon has really opened up the world to people doing things from home, which are good. Some are very, very good. A lot of them are bad, but nobody should not be able to feel okay. Again, and some of this stuff will help some mental issues, some forms of depression. When you get vitamin levels right and your body's digesting nutrients correctly, it has shown to help with people with suicidal thoughts and stuff. They did a study or something, I think, with, I want to say military or something, or
the gut,
I don't know.
The gut connection to the brain as well.
That's what I'm saying. So if you're deficient in
the
D,
gut
again,
bacteria is tied. It's tied to that as well. Yeah, your gut bacteria affects your brain chemistry as well as your immunity, as well as all that shit. Your everything. It's tied.
And then
to
what do people do?
everything. It's crazy.
What do people do? They run. First thing they want to do is take a medication or something, or a doctor immediately prescribes a medication, which is probably
but meanwhile you're not fucking eating. Yeah, meanwhile you're not eating right, and you're, binging on bullshit and binging on McDonald's drive-through fucking comfort food, which is actually fueling the fire of depression and fucked up thoughts and bad brain chemistry because it's tied to your fucked up gut.
Yeah,
it all goes back to the gut.
Yeah, dude. And they've shown that with
it's
vitamin
crazy.
D levels.
It's fucking
with
crazy.
The brain and vitamin D levels with the brain. It's no joke.
Oh, yeah. And vitamin D
joke.
is what else is it tied to? Oh, it's also tied to what? Immunity. Immune system.
And if you're not, you could take all the vitamin D pills in the world, and I'm going to wrap this up. If you could take all the vitamin D pills in the world, but if your body's not using it, you're literally pissing your money down the drain. Literally.
Yep.
So I really hope you guys, if you liked that whole rant, this program, I'm working on it. I want it to be good. Tom's going to be going on it to some degree starting Monday. And I'm going to put him through it, and he's going to not treat me like I'm his friend. He's going to treat me like a client. He's already told me one part of it. He's like, pretty much go fuck yourself. I can't do that. So that's what I want. So I can change it up again, so anyone can do it. That's why I'm saying this program is for anyone. Nothing will stop you except you not wanting to change. That's the only thing that'll stop you. That I can't change. If you can at least say I need to change, but I do not know how, I can't help you. But if you at least know that you need to feel better, that's all you need to know. So, guys, I hope you enjoyed. You know what to do. Please sub. Again, we're a podcast. I know people like our memes and stuff, and that's our sense of humor and everything. But give it a shot. Listen, if you don't like it, cool. You might like it. You never know. You see two dorks up here. You don't know what to think, but hey, you might enjoy it. So if you did, give it a like, subscribe, share it, let your friends know. We will be back next week. Remember, we do have merch. If you think we're that cool, we do have merch. If you go to Instagram, the links are all there at Instagram. It's right at the bottom of the screen. We got shirts and mugs and crap for my business and for the podcast. They're pretty decent and cool and very comfortable shirts. So thank you for those who listen. We'll be back next week. And as always, Tom, what are your final thoughts before we go?
I kind of said it before, but I'll say it again because it's a great saying and I love it. Stupidity is not a crime, so you're free to go.
See you next week.
Peace out, y'all.